1 week in Siargao, absolutely wild. This is my Siargao story. This island was my favorite spot in the Philippines when I visited nearly a decade ago, so I came back to see if that still holds true today. This story begins when I met this couple on the island, a Frenchman I'd seen in a YouTube video before and a hippie chick I've noticed on some billboards. They were both kind, barefoot, and had interesting things to talk about. I was also barefoot. It made me trust them, some sort of barefoot connection, if you will. We hit it off, realized we had the same birthday, and all booked a spontaneous trip back to Siargao. No plans, no commitments, nor expectations. 1 week of fun, no work. That was our sole intention. But then, the hippie chick misses her flight. She's the one who planned this entire trip and was supposed to surprise us with a curated excursion up north. She's the expert, knows all the hidden spots, and has all the connects. However, she won some award and has to stay back in Manila to accept this trophy. So that means the crew has a couple days to kill, and they hit General Luna hard. Instead of hydrating, we dehydrate. Instead of resting, we dance. Instead of sleeping, we stay up. Sleep score destroyed, HRV low, BPM high. Basically, all those nerd health biometrics I track are screaming for their survival. Time disappears, night turns into day, and as the sun rises, Nadine, the hippie girl, arrives and rallies the troops for the big surprise adventure up north. After having one of the craziest nights of our lives, this wasn't the end. It's only the beginning. Some of us woke up late or didn't even wake up at all. I missed my ride. Other friends flying in missed their flight. The group was spread across the island like headless chickens. Yet somehow we were able to find our way together and rendezvous to the secret spot up north. Little brain fog, vision blurry. I'm thrown into a group of people I've never met before, and I'm to spend all week with them in a shared bungalow in the middle of a jungle with no aircon. I'm gonna be honest, it's a weird group. Everyone was rather odd, including myself, but I don't know if it's a Siargao thing or if it's just a band of unusuals. At any given moment, I have no idea what we're gonna do. There is no schedule. There is just go. It's also a surf trip, so we go surfing. Now, I'm a free diver, a swimmer, an athlete, an ocean lover, but I am no surfer. I drank half the ocean trying to look cool in front of my new friends. And of course, I'm the only one who gets attacked by jellyfish, or plankton, or whatever's in the ocean, and whatever's outside of the ocean. Same thing happens with mosquitoes. I'm basically a safety net for everyone who's around me, because as long as I'm present, I collect all the bites. After surviving the waves, we get to go back and rest. Just kidding. They hired not one, but 3 DJs to keep the music and party going all day so that we can make the most of our time in this secret spot. Now, as an endurance athlete, I pride myself in stamina, but I found myself struggling to keep up with this bunch of seemingly immortals. I mean, they don't sleep, they barely eat, yet they have this endless enthusiasm and energy to keep dancing to the beat. As the music drowns out, the wood pops and the fire crackles. We gather around the light and stayed up all night telling stories by the flames. Deep conversations, endless jokes, roast after roast, and a shared desire to not be bothered by time. We had nowhere to be, no rules to abide by, and we were completely free of all things. As exhausted as I was, internally, I felt full of life. This group is a band of misfits. Each person is weird in their own way, but that's what made it special. None of us are anything alike, yet we all share the same intention. We're collectively here for the adventure. When you're surrounded by people who aren't afraid to be their goofy selves, you adapt that quality and stop worrying about how you're perceived by others. It's kind of like a slight ego death. At a point in time, I'd have an epiphany. Sometimes being unhealthy is part of being healthy. As someone who religiously tracks biometrics and follows a disciplined routine, shaking the routine has never made me feel better. There are intangibles to sleeping late, not exercising, and getting dehydrated from time to time. Technically, it's unhealthy on paper, but how I felt internally was incredible. As the trip concluded, I've never felt more full of energy. In Siargao, we found paradise. But I realized paradise is not a place. It's not where you go, but it's how you feel for a moment in your life when you're a part of something. And if you find that moment, it lasts forever. It took me almost 10 years to come back to Siargao since last time I explored. There is a reality I may never see some of these people ever again, and surprisingly, that is not a sad thought, because the memories are vivid and the stories we created are timeless. One cannot be sad if they're grateful. That's Stoic philosophy. These people and our experiences are immortalized in my recollections. It feels like it was all a dream. We all went back to our normal lives and quote-unquote corporate jobs spread across the world. And even though weeks have passed, I catch myself smiling from time to time, thinking back at those moments in paradise. Remnants of joy from that Siargao adventure have carried over to my present city life, and I'm left with a further appreciation for this wonderful world we live in. When it's all said and done, life is a sum of memories and unforgettable experiences. The more you create, the more there is to look back on, and that's how you enhance the story of your being. The adventure forever continues as long as you keep exploring.